Girls, it's Monday, so we're going to start our word study lesson the way we usually do. Please take out your planners and open them up to today, March 23rd. You're going to write your words on the list like we usually do, and just like I asked you last week, when I spell it out loud, can you please spell the word with me? Take a look at the sample sentence, and let's talk about the part of speech as well. So the first one, our first word is whole. Now there's two different ways to spell whole. Take a look at this way. W-H-O-L-E. Whole. Let's look at our sample sentences. I can't believe that you ate the whole cake. Think of what word whole is describing in that sentence. Whole describes cake. Cake is a noun, so that makes whole an adjective. Next sentence. My brother divided the whole into 3 pieces. Oh, look at that. I forgot my period at the end of the sentence. My brother divided the whole into 3 pieces. The whole in this case is a thing. So whole can be an adjective like in the first sentence or a noun like in the second sentence. In the first sentence, it describes a noun. In the second sentence, it is the noun. Next word. Measure. Spell it with me, please. M-E-A-S-U-R-E. Measure. I hope you wrote it down as you spelled it. The carpenter will measure the length of the board. If the carpenter's going to do it, what part of speech is that? That is a verb. We listened to one measure of music. Mrs. Boyer asks you to listen to different measures of music. And a measure, is a noun in that case because it's the thing. It's the one part of the music. So if you do it, it's a verb, like in the first sentence. If you look at one piece or one section of the music, it's a noun. It's a thing. Next word, please get ready to write it. It's the word remember. Pick up your pencils. Let's write it in your planners. R-E-M-E-M-B-E-R. Remember. I hope you can remember to spell this word correctly. A lot of students forget one syllable of the word, so I want you to remember. Make sure you say all the syllables. If it's something that you do, what part of speech is it? It's a verb. If you do it, it's a verb. Remember. Next word, early. Please pick up your pencils, write it in your planner. Let's spell it together. E-A-R-L-Y. Early. Mom scheduled an early lunch because we were hungry. Right now, in this sentence, early is describing lunch. Think about what part of speech lunch is if early is a describing word. Let's look at our next sentence. Oh, I forgot to make it red. Here we go. I will work hard so that I finish my work early today. I'm finishing early. That's my describing word. So, early in the first sentence describes a noun. That makes it an adjective. In the second sentence, it describes an action or a verb, so it's an adverb. Early is both an adjective and an adverb. Word number 5. Waves. Spell it with me as you write it. W-A-V-E-S. Waves. I love to jump the waves at the beach. Those are things. So in this sentence, waves is a noun. My friend waves to me every morning. This time your friend is doing something. So that makes it go ahead and say it, a verb. In the first sentence, waves is a noun. In the second sentence, waves is a verb. One more sight word, and that word is reached. Please spell it with me as you write it. R-E-A-C-H-E-D. Reached. The boy reached to the left to catch the ball. He did that. He moved his body. The second sentence, I was happy when I reached my goal. Now, you can't see me leaning to one side or stretching for that one, but I got to my goal. So in both cases, it's a verb. It's something you do. Reached. The ed affix or suffix will tell you that it happened in past tense, so therefore it's a verb. All right, let's move on to our affixes. We actually have 2 this week, so please take a look at these 3 words: transport, transfer, and translate. Think about the prefix that they all have in common. Go ahead and say it. The prefix they all have in common is trans, and trans means across, through, and over. And when I always tell you little tricks, I think of the across, the whole word. There's an A, there's a T, and then you just think of over. Across, through, and over. Trans. If you transport something, you bring it from one space to another. If you transfer something, you take it from, you can transfer it through writing. You can write it one way and you write it over, transfer it onto paper. And if you translate something, you say it in another language across the different languages for people to understand. I also want you to think about these 3 words: painless, sleepless, and careless. What affix do they all have in common? They all contain less, and less is without. If something is painless, it's without pain. If you are sleepless, have a sleepless night, it is a night without sleep. If you make a careless mistake, you are without care. So the less means without. Can you think of any less words or trans words? Think about those right now. And lastly, we have our 2 vocabulary words. The words are cling and custom. I'll spell cling for you as you write it. C-L-I-N-G. Cling. The definition is to hold on tightly to. If you cling on to something, you're holding it tightly. Animals sometimes cling onto a tree so that they don't fall off. You can hold onto a balloon. You can cling onto the balloon so it doesn't float up in the air. To cling means to hold on tightly to. The next word is custom. C-U-S-T-O-M is custom. It's a traditional way and widely accepted way of behaving or doing something that is specific to a particular society, place, or time. So that's a custom. It's usually something that's, passed down. You do it the same way over time. Maybe your family has customs at holidays. So here we have 2 vocabulary words. The first word is cling and the second word is custom. Boys and girls, I hope you have your words written down. Let's go back over them. Whole, measure, remember, early, waves, reached. Then we had 2 affixes. The first one was trans, which means across, through, and over. The second one is less, which means without. We had 2 vocabulary words, cling and custom. Great job, boys and girls. I hope all these words and their parts of speech are written in your planner. We'll use them again tomorrow when we work on tomorrow's lesson.